If you get your electricity from Eversource, your monthly bill is about to go up. Starting Saturday, customers on the company's basic service plan here in Western Mass will see a rate hike. Western Mass News reporter Patrick Fergus is getting us answers and joins us live in the studio tonight to explain what this means for your wallet. Pat.
Amanda, Eversource says they blame global energy volatility and high wholesale costs for the increase. So how does this increase impact you? Well, starting on August 1st, this Saturday, Eversource's basic service rate will jump from just under 14 cents per kilowatt hour to nearly 16 cents. Here's what that means. Your bill will go up by about $14, give or take, depending on how much energy you use per hour. Now, the company's energy supply is adjusted twice a year. Eversource says this increase is driven by one of the coldest winters in more than a decade, high natural gas prices, and the ongoing conflict with Iran driving up wholesale costs. A spokesperson for Eversource said in a statement that, quote, energy supply is tightly constrained in New England and presents the largest, most volatile component of electric bills throughout the region. However, this hike only affects customers on basic service. In Western Massachusetts, about 64% of customers are on municipal or third-party plans and will not see any impact. There is a small silver lining. Eversource says there will be a small refund for basic service customers next year because the state reduced clean energy standards. Reporting live in studio, Patrick Fergus, Western Mass.